I'll never forget the night that changed my life forever. It started so casually, but ended with my entire world shattered. My wife didn't tell me where she was going. She simply said she needed some time for herself and walked out the door. I thought maybe she was going to meet a friend or just needed space. But hours later, when she still hadn't returned, I grew uneasy. I called her phone, no answer. I texted her, no reply. It was past midnight when I finally tracked her location through the app we shared. My heart sunk when I saw she was at a nightclub across town. She had never mentioned going out that night, and she certainly hadn't said anything about being in a club. Something inside me told me to get in my car and go there. When I arrived, the music was pounding so loud it shook the walls. Neon lights flashed across the street. I pushed through the crowd, my stomach turning with every step. And that's when I saw her. My wife. The woman I had promised to spend my life with. She wasn't just having drinks with friends. She wasn't even dancing alone. She was in the arms of another man. I froze, watching her kiss him like I never existed. Her hands were on his shoulders, his lips on hers. She looked happy, too happy. And I realized in that moment I wasn't her world anymore. She had traded me for a stranger in a dark club. Anger boiled inside me. I wanted to storm up, drag her away, demand an explanation, but my legs wouldn't move. Instead, I just watched, my chest tightening with every laugh she gave him. She didn't even notice me standing there. She was lost in him. I finally snapped. I shouted her name. Heads turned, the music seemed to fade, and she pulled away from him, her eyes wide. For a split second, guilt flashed across her face, but then it vanished, replaced by cold annoyance, like I was the one ruining her night. We left the club in silence. The car ride home was unbearable. I asked her how long this had been going on. She denied it at first, swearing it was just a kiss, just a mistake. But the more I pressed, the more cracks appeared in her lies. Eventually, she admitted she had been unhappy, that she wanted to feel alive again. Alive again? At the cost of destroying our marriage? That night, I slept on the couch, unable to look at her. The next morning, she tried to downplay everything, acting like it wasn't a big deal, like we could just move past it. But the images of her lips on his, her body pressed against him, burned in my mind like fire. Over the next weeks, our marriage collapsed. I couldn't trust her. Every time she left the house, I wondered if she was meeting someone else. Every message on her phone felt like a threat. The bond we once had was gone, replaced by suspicion and resentment. In the end, I realized something. Love can't survive without trust. And once trust is broken, it's almost impossible to repair. She begged me to forgive me. She cried, said she made a mistake, promised it would never happen again. But deep down, I knew the truth. If she could betray me once, she could do it again. So, I made the hardest decision of my life. I walked away. It wasn't easy. It broke me in ways I can't even describe. But staying with someone who betrayed me would have destroyed me even more. Now, when I think back to that night, I realized it was the moment I gained clarity. Sometimes betrayal is a curse, but it can also be a blessing, because it shows you the truth you've been blind to all along. What would you do if you caught your wife cheating on you in a nightclub without even telling you she was going out? Drop your thoughts in the comments, And don't forget to like the video.